casual traveler of the 21st century, the turnoff from Highway 14 to Highway 178 is simply the last leg of a 3-hour drive from Southern California to the Kern River. What these casual travelers don't realize is that for the next 40 miles, up over the Walker Pass and down into the Kern River Valley, what they're going to see is just exactly what we saw back in the 1870s. A horseback, oxen team, or out the wind of the stagecoach, thus permitting. This Kern River region is an absolute time capsule of Old West history, and it's just 3 hours north of Los Angeles. So join me now as we explore Southern California's Old West history in Wild West Country.
Wild West Country is an isolated spot deep in the heart of California's southern Sierra Nevada. It centers on an area known as the Kern River Valley, about 150 miles due north of Los Angeles, between the Owens Valley and Mojave Desert to the east, and the mighty San Joaquin Valley to the west. This physical isolation explains why the region has always been such a well-kept secret. The Native Americans here were among the last to be affected by the westward movement. The first white expedition through this valley didn't come until 1834. The gold here was among the last to excite a rush in the mid-1850s. The history of this region is a microcosm of the history of the American West. But this history is also unique among tales of the frontier, the gold rush, and the westward migration, because this history is still living, and its stories are largely untold. The land itself, which enfolded these stories, is virtually unchanged today. The direct descendants of the native Indians and the earliest white settlers are still living on the land and running the businesses first established by their ancestors. And the cattlemen of the Kern Valley operate their open-range cattle ranches much as their forefathers did under grazing permits first granted over a century ago. This region has an unbroken connection to its Old West history. That's why the town of Old Kernville and the ranches of the South Fork of the Kern River Valley left a permanent mark on the look of the Hollywood Western, serving as the backlot locations and providing real cowboys and wranglers for hundreds of Western movies and serials, from Hoot Gibson to Hopalong Cassidy, from Stagecoach to Gunsmoke. But the stories here rival the best of Hollywood's Old West. These are the true stories of Wild West Country.